again. So one of the things I didn't get a chance to point out during our broadcast was the decrease that happens on this fool's gold sample. You can see that this is the peyote stitch in the alabaster beads underneath, and then these lighter gold beads are right up on top. So if this is my peyote, there's an up bead, my thread would come out, I'd put a bead here, go into this bead, put a bead here, go into this bead, so picking up a bead, skipping a bead, going to the next bead. On the final round, what I did was I skipped over a whole gap here. So I skipped over 2 rows and just did a little bit of a picot right across that. So it's just 3 beads that fit into that little spot, and it nested in pretty nicely. And what that allowed me to do was draw it in kind of tight. What you can't see, unless you look really carefully, is every once in a while I had to make a little bit of a correction. So for instance, right here, there's 1 bead in that gap like normal. And over here, there's a couple like normal, okay? So really, this is such a small change, you wouldn't notice it unless I really pointed it out to you and you were counting. But really, I did this just as a way to decrease the center of this peyote, so it's gotten tighter and smaller around the inside. If I had to go back and stitch over this, I could stitch from this high bead to this high bead and put a bead right in between, and that would draw it in even more. In fact, it would be really difficult because this is a solid thing. I wouldn't be able to draw it in just with 1 bead. I'd have to do maybe 2 in that little gap. Okay? So I hope that helps you guys. Again, post questions. We'd love to hear from you, or send me an email. Either way. All right. Take it easy. Keep beading.